Good afternoon, students. Today we are going to do the poem Keeping Quiet. This is third poem of your syllabus, but we are taking it as second poem. My dear students, let me tell you, it is my favorite poem. Keeping Quiet by Pablo Neruda, a Nobel Prize winner. As he got Nobel Prize, you may guess his literary heights. So, keeping quiet. So, very important thing is that what the poem is about. Keeping quiet mean to be silent, quiet, not making any noise. And let me tell you why this poem is my favorite poem. Because this poem is all about peace. This is all about introspection, what we are lacking behind. In our life, we keep observing others, but we never introspect. We never peep into ourselves. We keep observing other people's. We keep guiding, we keep telling others instead of ourselves. So here the poem starts, and as usual, I'll keep telling you meaning of difficult words. So you are supposed to write meaning of difficult words on your text, and figures of speech, literary devices, I'll keep telling you. So wherever there is a literary device, I will hint and you will underline and you will mention in your textbook, and a separate file will be attached after the explanation is over. So poem starts. Now we will count to 12 and we will all keep still. Here the poet says we will count to 12. Count to 12 means for a moment. It doesn't take more time when we count 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It doesn't take so much time. Means he mean to say, for a moment, we will all keep still. Still when there is no movement. When nothing is happening. No movement is going on. Everyone is completely silent. For once on the face of earth, let's not speak in any language. He's saying for the first time, it should happen when no movement is going on. No one is speaking. No one is disturbing. No one is talking about anything else. That is state of meditation. When we are not talking, we are sitting silent, we are sitting still. And that is a stage of introspection. When one is doing nothing, at that time he can go inside. One can go inside of oneself. And then only, this is the only time when one can realize, one can introspect about his reality, that what's wrong and what's right. Let's stop for 1 second. We should stop for a moment. We should stop all activities for a moment and not move our arms so much. We are not supposed to move our arms so much. Mean we should not run here and there For some time, for a moment, we should sit silently, not doing anything, not speaking anything. That is a state of meditation when one is doing nothing and he realizes, he introspects and realizes the realities of life, realities of wrongs and rights. And what will happen? In next stanza, he says it would be an exotic moment, exotic, unusual, what generally doesn't happens. It would be an exotic moment, unusual thing will happen without rush. People will not be running here and there without engines. Factories will be stopped. You see nowadays what happens in lockdowns. That is a real state of introspection if we can do. I'm correlating this incident, what's going on nowadays. There are no factories, nothing is, no factories are running, nothing is going on, everyone is just silent. But this is unfortunately happening. But here poet says, by our willingness, willingly we should stop for a moment. We should not do anything, we should not run anywhere without engines, mean without factories, without engines, without machineries. And that will be an unusual moment, that will be a wonderful moment when we'll come to know the realities of life, and we will come to know the things how they are. And what will happen? We would all be together in a sudden strangeness. And that will be a strange moment, what we haven't experienced yet. That will be a strange moment of introspection, self realization, state of meditation, and we will come to know the realities of life. And then we will come to know what is wrong and what is right. Until we do the meditation by sitting silently and we go inside, we cannot come to know what is real, what is good, what is bad, what is wrong, what is right. And when one comes to know the reality of life, and then what will happen? Fishermen in the cold sea would not harm whales. Generally, fishermen, what do? They are fishing just for earning money. They are killing fishes. They are trapping fishes just for money. And when they will reach to the state of self-realization, state of introspection, then they will come to know that they were doing very wrong to the fishes only for money. And then they will stop harming. Harm mean to torture, to disturb, to do violence, and they will stop their violence against the whales, what earlier they were doing just for earning money. And the man gathering salt would look at his hurt hands. The man, a man who is gathering salt on seashores, for what? For earning money. He doesn't bother about his hands. Salt is so sharp and it hurts one's hand very badly. But man is doing just for money. He cannot see that hands are more important than money. But when a person will sit for a moment and will realize the reality of life, and then he will come to know that hands are more important than money. Then he will comes to know the reality. So we have done 2 stanzas so far. So my dear students, I request you again, please listen to the recording twice, raise your question, send me in the box, comment box, or on my WhatsApp number as you have, and listen it twice until the things are very clear. So let me tell you the literary devices here. So in the beginning, as we say, now we will count to 12. We will. There is alliteration, we will. When there is a repetition of first letter of consonant letter in two words together, that is called alliteration. We will, you may underline this, we will, and that is alliteration. And as I've told you, exotic is unusual, and harm means to do violence. So we have done two stanzas, and listen it twice, ask me questions. And one another request, when you listen to the recording, please subscribe the channel also. Thank you very much.